What the evidence has been here is that Johnson's baby powder is a product that has been used safely for 125 years. You heard Dr. Nicholson come in and give you the history of the company and the fact that the product first came on the market in 1896. You heard that it hasn't just been used here in this country, it's been used around the world by hundreds of millions of people. And that the disease that the plaintiff's lawyers claim baby powder causes is extraordinarily rare. And that's not an excuse, that's the truth. That is the truth of this case, that the cancer that the plaintiff's lawyers claim one of the most popular consumer products causes is extraordinarily rare, and it's even more rare in African American women. You heard yesterday from Dr. Sines when she was on the stand about this Park article, and that for the period of time between 2000 and 2013, only 141 women in the United States, African American women, were diagnosed with clear cell cancer. That's about 10 cases a year. And so from a common sense point, not because it's an excuse, but because it is the truth, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that such a popular consumer product used by millions and millions of women around the world could cause a disease that thankfully almost no one gets. You heard this morning from Dr. Easley, one of plaintiff's treating physicians right here in the city of St. Louis. And unfortunately, as you've learned throughout this trial, Ms. Forrest has a number of doctors. She has stacks of medical records, some for conditions unrelated to this lawsuit. And plaintiffs haven't brought you a single one of those treating physicians here in the city of St. Louis to support the claims that they're making in this lawsuit. And sometimes I would suggest to you, jurors, that the best evidence sometimes comes from outside of this courtroom, where we're not paying anybody to come in and testify, the plaintiff's lawyers aren't paying anybody, where you get testimony from just good doctors who are doing their best to take care of their patients. Dr. Easley has no stake in this lawsuit. He is Ms. Forrest's treating physician, or was at the relevant time, and his only purpose was to give her and her family the best care he could. And you heard him this morning. He looked at the literature, he's been practicing in the field for 30 years, and he does not support these lawsuit claims. The only people you heard to tell Ms. Forrest that her rare clear cell cancer was caused by baby powder are the plaintiff's lawyers. You heard no doctor, you heard no one outside of this lawsuit. The only people to ever tell Ms. Forrest that her cancer was caused by talc was either the lawyers or the experts that they're paying to come in here. And one of the things you as jurors can do as you sift through the evidence in this case is judge the credibility of the experts who came before you. And not one of the experts that the plaintiffs brought into this court ever held the opinion that they gave to you from that witness stand before these plaintiffs' lawyers started paying them. You heard from each one of these people, and these folks, as you see, have been practicing in their field for over 100 years. The collective experience of this group is probably close to 150 years. These folks have been in their profession working for a very, very long time. But they never, until they started getting paid as an expert witness in litigation, they never believed what they came in here and told you from the